Good morning, all, depending on you're watching this. Good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Today I'm going to be going over a recent deck list. Recent deck list. Been using for cups and that. So this is it all spread out. Spent a lot of money on secret rares recently. Waste of money. So I'm going to go over the cards individually. Give you the reasons why I'm playing them. So first off, I'm going to start with energy. Got a weakness guard, secret rare energy for water decks. It's helped me a few times. Use Guzman Harder to search it out. So yeah. Then I play 12 fire energy, which sounds like quite a lot, but it's not really. Got a hollow one there. 12 is enough for obviously Charizard's GX attack, Reshiram and Charizard, which is 6 energy. Then if I'm using a Charizard and a Breaks, then that's 4. Then in the late game, probably Turtonail. So that was like 4 or 5. So it's a good amount to use. Next is Mimikyu from Cosmic Eclipse for the impersonation attack, which is discard a support card from your hand if you do use the effect of this card as the attack. So if I don't get Volcanion in hand first turn, say I'll get this hand in hand, can use green to search out a welder and fiery flint, then use this as attack if I've gone second, and then it's like 2 supporters in 1 turn. So it's worth it. It's a good card, underrated. Next, which is Volcanion, which only went free because they were expensive cards when I was buying the deck, and I didn't really want to waste money on Volcanion. These are the ones you hope to start with. You hope to go second, so you can attach 3 using Flare Starter. And then usually you should have 4 energy. Well, then you'll have 4 energy in play next turn, so you can use that if they're playing Jirachi just to knock it out. So you're not putting up a free prize in play for the second turn. Next, we've got the Charizard and Reshiram, or Reshiram and Charizard cards. Only play 2 of them. Only need 2. Only need 1, really, just to get it going. Still a really good card in the format, I think. Like, with how quick it can get set up, and then using it for the Double Blaze GX, which is 200 for 3 fire energy, or for 6 fire energy, it does 300, and it's not affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So it gets through Tag Purge, gets through Keldeo, gets through a lot of things, so it's worth playing, underrated still. Next, we've got Charizard and Breaks In. So this is the one I want to start with if it's not a big tag team deck I'm playing against. So for 4 energy, 3 fire, 1 colorless, it does 180 in search for 3 cards. So you use this attack and then prepare yourself for the next turn. So I usually get like great catchers and custom catchers, or like Mallow and Lana to heal if I'm getting attacked, and then the GX attack is attach 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. Next is Turtonail with Explosive Jet, which does 50 damage for each fire energy from your Pokemon. So you can use it from any of your Pokemon they're attached to, which is like really good. 2 Pokemon of sort of teched in. So we've got the Mega Lopunny Jigglypuff GX, which does Jumping Balloon attack for 3 colorless. So it does 60, and then another 60 for each GX they have in play. So I'll put this in to beat Mewtwo and Mudex, because that was the one I was losing a lot to. Because obviously they get set up really quickly. Obviously they're discarding all their cards. They're getting through their deck really quickly, but they're putting a lot of GXs in play. So this is like teched in for them. So yeah, if they have 4 GXs in play, it does 240. So it can knock out a Reshiram, Zekrom and Pikachu, which is good. The GX attack is not very good, but we're not using it for that. Then also Tapu Fini. So the Cephalon's been doing quite well recently. So I thought I'd decide to put in Tapu Fini to counter that. It's because of the Nature Wave attack. If your opponent has any Ultra Beasts in play, this attack can be used for 100. So I beat a Blacephalon deck just by using this. At one point they couldn't get set up. So yeah, it's worth the card space in the deck. So next, moving on to supporters. Obviously 4 Welder, one of the best supporters in the format at the minute. Attach up to 2 fire energy cards from your hand to one of your Pokemon if you do draw 3 cards. So it sets up a Reshiram and Charizard in 2 turns. So if you attach 2 and then manual attach, that's 3. And then the next turn, if you have a Welder, attach 2, manually attach 1, that's 6 energy. So 2 turns it takes to set up the double Blaze GX attack. Next, we've got the other main supporter, which is Greens. So you can play this only if you have no Pokemon with abilities in play. Search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand and shuffle your deck. Next, we've got the tag team supporters. So I've got only play 1s of these. So Cynthia and Caitlin, just a good card to get us a Welder back or Green back. Guzman, Harder. So if we're against water deck, you can search for the weakness energy, get a Stadium and a Tool. Then the Mallow and Lana, obviously heal 120 and switch your Pokemon. Then this is the one I've teched in, Bellelbow and Bryson Man. It's good for like the later on game against like Malamar or like Pidgeotto Control or Florges, all the ones that have the benches full. So discard 3 cards from the top of each player's deck. When you play this card, you may discard 3 other cards from your hand. If you do, each player discards their bench Pokemon until they have 3. Yeah, that in control decks, they have to discard some valuable cards they need to keep in play. But so next, we've got 4 custom catchers, worth their weight in gold. Especially now that VMAXs can't be gusted up with great catchers. So these are valuable cards to have in. Obviously with Pokemon catcher coming back in, but with that you have to flip a coin. This is guaranteed if you've got 2 in play. Search amount of greens, so always good. That being said, still got 2 great catchers in, still in the Sun and Moon format at the minute. So yeah, these are like in every deck, aren't they? Really, you need them in every deck. Next, we've got the Stadium cards. So the first one is Heat Factory. So got a bit of a dead hand. It's an extra 3 cards for a fire energy, so it's worth it. Lysander Labs to stop like Malamar. Stop Jirachi from retreating, things like that. Power Plant, obviously for Mewtwo and Mew. Keldeo. Silvally, like a lot of abilities can be turned off with Power Plant, so valuable card. Giant Hearth, this is like just a 1-of in here because it does help out a lot of other decks, so we just want the 1, but still. 2 switches. It's not worth retreating 3 energies when you can just put 2 of these in. Only 2 Pokegears. I think I need to play 4, but let me know your opinion. So next is Pokemon Communication, which I'll put in for Volcanion if I don't get it on the first turn, which is really helpful. It's worked a few times. I've used greens, found a Pokemon Communication and a switch because I'll usually have a Pokemon in my hand or a tag call or something like that. And then I'll usually have an energy as well. But I'll just use the greens to find what I need and then always Pokemon Communication to get the Volcanion, so it's good. Next is 2 tag calls, obviously to search out Pokemon, search out the tag supporters. So next is just 1 Lily's Pokédoll. So this is good obviously if you're expecting a big attack, and if they don't have custom catchers or great catchers in their hand, they can't find them, then it's like free damage, isn't it? Like no prize cards taken when it's attacked. So it's definitely worth being in here. Next is 2 reset stamps. So upset their hand if they've taken a few prize cards, or if you've seen they've planned their hand for the next turn, just reset stamp them if you've got one in hand. Next is 2 fire crystals. So I'll play 12 fire energy, so this gets half of them back. which is helpful. Don't need all of them back, but 2's enough. Next, Fiery Flint, Pokemon League promo. Nice. Search for 4 fire energy cards when you discard 2 cards from your hand. So obviously with the Giant Hearth, if it helps other decks, then I don't really want to put it in play. So I'll just search for the Fiery Flint instead. Get 4 more. Then lastly, a tag switch. So this helps when I've started off with Charizard and Breaks in, but I want to bring in Reshiram and Charizard, but I've only got 4 energy in, so I can tag switch to do the GX attack to knock out the high HP GXs. So it's really worth it. It's helped me a few times. And yeah, that's my deck. Spent a lot of money on it. Probably shouldn't have, but it's worth it. I've had fun with it. I think it'll be viable in the next format still as well. Let me know what you think. I've come 2nd or 3rd a few times in most of the cups with it, just because I've assisted with it to learn how to play it. It's easy to play. Don't really brick a lot, which is good. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're playing Greenzard still. Not a very popular deck no more. It's not in most regionals, but I still like it. Still a good deck. Still wins a lot. Thanks for watching. Give it a like if you like the video. And yeah, we're going to try and keep up with more uploads. Going to do more this year. So subscribe and thank you.